ଜଳୁନି। ସାର୍ କୁଆଡ଼େ ଗଲେ? କଲ୍ ବି କରିଛି, କହିଦେଇଛି, କହିଦିଟା ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ କହିଦେଇଛି।
A very hearty welcome and good morning to everyone present here. Today we have gathered to celebrate innovation and entrepreneurship in our third edition of Innovation Carnival. We, the team FTBI, are overjoyed and grateful to have you all here. This Innovation Carnival is sponsored by Mahanadi Coalfield Limited. Innovation Carnival is a celebration of human creativity and attempt to spread scientific temper among everyone. We have several competition, workshops, science exhibition and something for everyone. So before I start this event with this, I would like to play a small video about the genesis and work of FTBI. Please. Thank you. Now I would like to invite our chief guest, Sri Rajnikant Panigrahi sir, Honorable Director sir, Professor K. Mohammed sir Rao, Steering Committee Chairman Kesipati sir, and our Head of Center, Professor Manoj Kumar Misra sir, to kindly join us in the dais and open the event by lighting the lamp. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. Now I request few students welcome our guest by bouquet. Our chief guest, Sri Rajnikant sir. Our Honorable Director sir, Professor K. Mohammed sir Rao. Professor Kesipati sir, Chairman Steering Committee. Professor Manoj Kumar Misra sir, Head of Center, FTBI. Thank you, students. Now I invite our Head of Center, Professor Manoj Kumar Misra sir, to address the gatherings. Sir, please.
Very good morning, everybody. Respected Director Professor Rao, the Chief Guest of the function, Mr. Panigrahi, GM CSR Activity, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Chairman Steering Committee, FTBI, Professor Patti, my colleagues, Mr. Samal, Pradeep, Manoj, and the members of the Steering Committee as well as Task Force of the FTBI. Dear students, their parents, teachers, press and other dignitaries of the dais. It gives me immense pleasure and a feeling that today the function is being organized. It is the third time the NIT Rourkela, the FTBI is organizing this function. It is sponsored by the Mahanadi Coalfields Limited as a part of this CSR policy. Sorry. We have been thinking of to conduct this festival, but because of some other unforeseen circumstances, this gets delayed or shifted. And maybe that is one reason why we could not attract many participants. But whoever it may be, everybody in and around Rourkela have been participating in this. And I am, last night the figure of the registration was about 150 and still some smart registration going on, so that I am pretty sure about 200 participants, both young and inquisitive minds, will be interacting in these 2 days functions. To give a gist of the activity of the FTBI, we are a organization which handles the startup companies. This is a Section 8, that means neither profit nor gain is the motto of the company. It started with an aim in 2012 that our BTech students, NIT Rourkela BTech students, should come up with some idea, PhD students should come up with some kind of prospective products or applications that can be commercialized at a later stage. So to encourage that activity, to encourage that thought process, it started in 2015 because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The idea got nationally recognized, and we became a beneficiary of the generous funding from the government sectors. And initially it started with a few NIT students. Now it has grown to a very big size of about more than 60 startup companies registered in the FTBI. Some are in physical mode at Rourkela, some are in virtual mode. People are from Nagpur, people from Jalandhar, people from Bhubaneswar, from West Bengal. They are also incubating at FTBI currently. We have so far about, as far the record goes, 200 plus employment has been generated indirectly from these activities. 12 patents have been earned and 15 have been filed. And then technical activities have been conducted regularly, and intellectual property rights seminars are conducted. Recently we concluded 2 months back one intellectual property workshop where the dear students, as we had our school days, there is only one motto: go through the books, read the books, produce the book in the exam, then your life is set. That time is gone. your life will not start if you only focus only on the books, that 100 pages, 200 pages, 500 pages, whatever it may be. A successful JEE candidate does not restrict himself or herself only to the prescribed books. He has to go beyond it. Similarly, life is not prescribed by what your parents says, what your teacher says, what your friend says. It is, life is unpredictable. Those what you have never expected, it only comes to you. You are expected, that never comes. So these are activities only to strengthen your skills, life-facing skills that you can face tomorrow. Or you will not be disturbed or defeated at the spot when you face some kind of unforeseen circumstances. You will have resilience to meet it and rise above it. That is what the basic purpose of life is. With this, I welcome you again. There may be some lacuna in our preparation. As the head of the department, I take the responsibility. We will try to address it next time, or we will try to address it if possible in this 2 days function. I thank Mr. Panigre, who in spite of his busy schedule, his colleague could not come because at the very last moment some urgency has come. He was supposed to come at the evening, yesterday evening he told he has some more urgency at his workplace, so he cannot come. So, Director sir, he is very kind enough always. Whenever you ask him any help, any assistance, he finds a way to provide it. So with this, I again thank my colleagues, my steering committee members, Chairman Professor Pati and other members, task force, they have been helping us, and then let us make these 2 events some memorable so that we look forward to a positive tomorrow, next time or again henceforth. With this, I welcome you again and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to request Professor Kesipati sir, Steering Committee Chairman. Sir, please address the gathering.
Our dear students from different schools of Raurkela and their mentors who have accompanied them here, our young startup representative from startups and our young entrepreneurs, and different guests of the dais, and our director, Professor K. Uma Maheshwar Rao, and he is incidentally also chairman of FDBI, and actually the brain behind this FDBI and steering committee, and Mr. Rajnikant Panigrahi, guest of honor from MCL, who is also a supporter of this Innovation Carnival, and Professor Manoj Mishra, the PIC of this FDBI. On behalf of steering committee, I welcome you all to this Innovation Carnival 2022. As a steering committee members, we have only a single motto, that is, catch them young. We believe in catch them young, and you people, the students as well as young entrepreneurs, are young in minds. So they have innovative ideas. We also sometimes give innovative ideas, but we don't know how to solve it because we are overexposed. And now you are slowly exposed to this type of activity, this type of talk, so that you have, and your brain is also not so much polluted like us, in the sense that we think of consequences. What will happen? If we do this thing, then what will happen? It may go wrong. So that is not with you. That is why we believe in catch them young, and once again we welcome you all to this carnival, and I hope you will be able to showcase your talent, who will judge your different talents and different exhibition. That's all. and I think you will enjoy this 2-day carnival very well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Director, sir, Professor K. Mohammed Rao, sir, please address the gathering.
The Honorable Chief Guest of this morning, Shri Rajnikanta Panigrahi, GMCSR Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Professor Manoj Mishra, Chairman FTBI, and Professor K.C. Pati, Head of the Center, and other faculty members of this institution, and the staff members of FTBI, the teachers from the school, and the students from various schools. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to NIT Rourkela for the Innovation Carnival. And in fact, prior to coming here, I was thinking that the crowd will be heterogeneous, means from school students to the students from colleges as well as the other institutions across. But then now I realize that it is only the schools, and it gives me immense pleasure to address the school children. At the very outset, you should understand the word innovation. What exactly is the difference between invention and innovation? What exactly is the role of an innovator against the role of the invention? Inventions are by the scientists, and then their inventions, they're supported by the theories, and then they remain in the theoretical aspect of it. Okay? Converting these inventions into a useful product or a service by making it absolutely feasible to be used by a customer or a common man. This is called the innovation. Innovation is not trying to create something new. Innovation is you have the theory, or you have a product, or you have a service. Only thing is that you are trying to add value to that already existing product, or value to the already existing idea. Right? So now this is where you are trying to convert the theory into a practical application with a commercial viability of that one. That's where the entrepreneurs come into picture. All the entrepreneurs, it's like a business venture. Okay? And then all these entrepreneurs have to be innovators. They have got to have the idea of looking at the things from a different perspective. Okay, let me just give the example of what exactly are the innovations that have happened all around you. I don't know whether you have realized it or not. We have been using mobile phones, and so these mobile phones have become smarter and smarter, and then today they have become smarter than us. But then if you just look at the communication, the technology which is involved in the mobile communication, right? So this was a invention, but then converting that into a useful gadget, a product and a service. This is your mobile which you are using on a daily basis. Having got the mobile, okay, today you are downloading so many apps. Every app is an innovation. Every single app is an innovation that somebody is trying to think differently from what you are thinking. What really we want here is that to think differently, you don't need to have a degree like a master's degree or a PhD. That is all for the scientists. They want to think in a different aspect, and then they want to make an invention, right, which is not our objective out here. Inventions are already there. From the inventions, how to really convert that into a useful product or a service is what is the most important one. This time is absolutely, it's a golden era. Golden era because we have now the digital technology is there on a daily basis. On a daily basis we are using digital technology and various gadgets. I'll give you another example, which you must be really watching. I know most of you really are watching the Amazon Prime Video, as well, even this Netflix, or even various other apps which are there. Now, this is all the disruptions to the existing conventional business ventures. At one time, if a new movie is released, we were really standing before the theater and then take the ticket and then going to the theater. Today it is not there. Right? If you have really registered in Netflix or Amazon or Prime, any such thing, right? And even I think Z is also there. There are so many such platforms where sitting at home, you are able to watch the newly released movie. This is called the disruption to the existing technology. Okay, this is also is creating into that. And I'll give you another example of what exactly is the innovation. A tuition teacher who was offering mathematics in Karnataka, and his name is Ravindran. Right? Now I'll just introduce him further in details. Baiju Ravindran and his wife, they were offering tuition in Karnataka, particularly in Mangalore as well as in Bangalore, across. They were just the simple tuition teachers. You know, right? And that tuition today, it has become one of the unicorn company with 22 billion US dollar company with 112 million registrations of the students across the globe. Can you really imagine that what thought must have really come into that one? It is not an invention. It is absolutely not an invention. All that has happened is that these two people, maths teacher and a science teacher, wife and husbands, got together and then to their idea and to their desire to reach out to every student at home, not calling them to the coaching centers. You really provide the tuition at home, right, through the mobile or through the your laptop or iPod, whichever these are all the products are already there. They did not really invent a mobile. They did not create a laptop. They have just used the products which are available in the market. Only thing is that they have connected. India is one another country after China where every household has minimum 2 to 3 the smartphones. Every household has a laptop. Every household has a desktop. Phones are really there. Land phones are now become a obsolete thing. Now, what they have done is that offering tuition is the idea. Right? Offering tuition is an idea. Only the change which they have brought into the idea is that let me take these classes to the student to the doorstep. This is innovation. And in that process, what has happened is that everybody were really cursing COVID. But one innovator thought that COVID is a blessing, not a curse. And that is Baijus. What they said is that education cannot really get disturbed by the lockdown. Education should not be disturbed by the lockdown. 24/7, 365 days. It should be available at the doorstep or at the impression of a student and available. They made it available. This last 2 years of COVID across the globe has made this company a global unicorn company with $22 billion valued company. Okay, this is what is the innovation, right? So the Carnival out here is trying to state that you have to think differently. You have got to, whatever the facilities that you are using on a daily basis, if you can think that if there is any difficulty in trying to use that one, if you find that there is some difficulty in trying to realize that it is not being properly utilized, you can think differently. Let me give you another example. Facebook. He is not an engineer. He is not a technocrat. He is just a school dropout. Okay. What he thought is that today, right, with the digital technology, I think I can reach out to my classmates, my schoolmates, and then my primary schoolmates, my teachers in India and abroad and everywhere and elsewhere. And he created a social media. And today social media, it has the positive aspects and unfortunately it is trying to have many negative aspects because the innovators are looking at the negative aspect of it rather than in the positive aspect of it. Somehow, right, we just have to think differently in a positive angle and try to use the products, available ideas. And only thing is that you just have to add value to that. Okay? Everybody goes to school. Everyone goes to school. And mothers invariably give you a water bottle and give you enough food to waste in your school. Okay? There is one student in here, Rourkela itself, in one of the Kendriya Vidyalayas. I don't find the Kendriya Vidyalaya student here. What he has done is that he has put a big bucket at the gate. Two buckets, not one bucket, 2 buckets at the gate. He started thinking different because he realized that at home they are having a lot of problem for water. What he has done is that he has advised all his classmates, when you are leaving the school, you drop the water in the bucket. When you are leaving the school, you dump the food that you have not consumed in another bucket. He didn't do anything. Right? Over just a few months, every single student, 1,500 students of that Kendriya Vidyalaya started really dropping the left out water in the bucket. What has happened? Instead of throwing that water out, that water is available for the school to water the plants. In a small scale, even this is also innovation. Because you are saving every drop of water. थोड़ा हटके सोचना ही है इनोवेशन. इनोवेशन के लिए आप न्यूटन नहीं बनना चाहते हो, नहीं बनने का ज़रूरत भी नहीं है. You don't have to become Newtons or Einsteins or Rutherfords or whatever. Right? Think differently. Just think differently. And one thing you please remember, you have to remember that every single natural resource, I know all of you are the science as well as the class 10, 8th or 9th or 10th or 11th and 12th. Okay? Natural resources are depleting. Natural resources are not there time immemorial, they are depleting. Rourkela has received 40% less rainfall this year. And what is happening is that whatever the function, wherever the meetings, wherever you are gathering, festivals, birthday parties, and marriages, people carry the water bottle. Now I want to really carry that particular innovation by a primary school teacher, the student. Put the bucket in front of every place, any gathering, so that no single drop of water should be wasted. आधा पिएंगे, एक बूंद लेंगे, or you just take a one gulp of water, and then who will take the rest of the water, which is jhuta? कोई नहीं पीते हैं ना? You leave the water bottle there and it's all a waste. And today we are now trying to consume the water in its bottle form. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, with the increasing population, आंसू पीना पड़ेगा हमको. We will not be having enough water to drink. We will never be having enough water to drink. Why in any other place? This city itself, Rourkela itself, just a few miles away, there are so many villages, so many places where they do not have the drinking water. So think about that one. Think differently. Think seriously. Think responsibly. Right? For that you don't need a bigger education or a professional certification. Right? You just have to think for yourself and think for the country, think for your family, think for your state. Okay? Wish you all the very best. Every person is blessed. Every life on the planet, every single life on the planet is blessed with a mind to think differently. The minimum requirement is that you have got to have 3 things to become an innovator. One is technical skill. Technical skill, it does not mean that you have got to have an engineering degree. Technical skill means today, right, even Python is nearly taught to the 8th class students in the schools. Programming is really taught to every single student. Again, I'll give you another example. During COVID time, when I was there at NIT Rourkela, right, 3rd class student has written a code about the timetable. Because the classes were, during the COVID time, classes used to be offline, right? No, they used to be online, not offline. So now teachers are in their houses, every student in their houses. So now a timetable has to be there. Who is taking what class at what time? So the third class student has written a code and then he has created an app in the smartphone, and then you press the app, register in that one, and then press the app, and then you get a beep that, so at 9 to 10 o'clock you have the science class. At 10 to 11 o'clock you have the maths class by this particular teacher. That message goes to the teacher, that message goes to every single student. What has happened? When the student is registering or knocking at that one, his attendance is automatically taken. Right? It is going back to the teacher. How many students have really opened that particular class? So his attendance is taken, and then his information is there, he's attending the class. So now you don't need any much bigger. Only thing is that the boy has thought different from the rest of us. Okay? First thing is that you have got to have some skill. Right? Routinely, as what Professor Manoj has stated, that you have the syllabus, you have the examination, and then you have the textbooks. Ratta maar lena, jana, and then you go and then write the examinations, get 99%, and then this 99% is of no use. Absolutely of no use if you cannot really apply that knowledge for trying to convert something. So first is the technical skill. Skill is not knowledge. Skill is something which even a bird, once I really told, creation of a nest is a skill. Web of a spider's web is a skill. Right? The making of a pupa of a butterfly is a skill. Every single thing in the nature has a skill of its own. Only thing is that we can think better than them, so we are not getting skilled up. The only thing is that we can speak. We speak negative. We speak in a denial mode. A bird doesn't have a denial mode. ज़रूरत है nest बनाने का, nest बनाएगा. क्यों बनाना है? That question doesn't come. Right? It comes to us only. Mother asks you to write, please, beta, exam hai, padna. So immediately that question of denial comes. Why should I study? You have given the ability to think, not to think negative. Think positive. It's a single most important opportunity to be living now. दोबारा ये लाइफ नहीं आएगा. आज का ये इनॉग्रेशन होने के बाद दोबारा नहीं होगा. All that you see is that you may just replay it, but then you cannot relive in this. Remember that seriously, my dear children. Remember very seriously that you have a purpose to live in this planet. Be connected with that one. First is technical skills. Enough of technical skills. And second thing is that learn to work in a team. Learn to work in a team. Respect that one. And then the fourth one is that think differently. Wish you all the very best. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Innovation Carnival is organizing today is only possible due to support and sponsor from Mahanadi Coalfield Limited. Today we have with us our chief guest Sri Rajnikant Panigrahi sir, General Manager CSR MCL. We will be honored if you could share some of your experience and knowledge with us. Sir, please.
Respected Professor Rao, Director NIT Rourkela, Professor Mishra, and Professor Pati. Thank you, Mr. Rao, for your very informative and practical address to the audience. I think all in the audience would have appreciated and learned something from your address. It was very practical and very innovative also. And clearly you address what is the difference between innovation and invention. That is really a gaining point for me also. Sir, there is a long enduring association of MCL, rather Coal India as a whole with NIT Rourkela, as many of our executives who have graduated from here are serving Coal India in higher posts like directors and CMDs. So whenever a Coal Indian speaks of NIT Rourkela, a sense of nostalgia pumps out in his adrenaline. That may visiting NIT Rourkela always gives a feeling of homecoming. And this was probably the undercurrent that promoted MCL to select the institution for its CSR vertical of contribution to incubator. Startups has become a buzzword in business and technology, and TBIs are the storehouses that nurture and groom the startups. Government has realized the potential of technology incubators in transforming the country's technology system. It has floated schemes for promoting the startups in mission mode. With that objective, FTBI are the nurseries to startup, facilitating the entire value chain right from ideation to prototyping till commercialization. For the same reason, policymakers have included contribution to TBI in the list of admissible in CSR activities. Because admissibility of CSR activities are being guidelined by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Earlier it was not there, but now they have included this also as admissibility criteria. On behalf of MCL, I convey gratitude to NIT Rourkela for having given us an opportunity to be associated with FTBI. I'd argue upon the authorities to achieve the milestones and utilize the funds so that the desired objective is met and benefits are passed into incubators. It gives me great pleasure to be with the talented bunch of entrepreneurs. Friends, you might have started with a low profile, but aim for high, make products for the masses, aim the bottom of pyramid. That is what the spirit of nationalism is. It will make our product or service competitive and universally acceptable also. With this advice, I wish you all great success in our endeavors. Once again, I thank the organizers for inviting MCL for the event. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, we would like to felicitate our startup jewels. These startups are doing excellent work in their respective field. I would invite our Professor Kesipati sir, Chairman Steering Committee, to give the award to our startup. Sir, please. The first startup is Yasuno Energy Private Limited, founded by Anurag Misra and co-founder Bikram Das for their significant contribution in the field of manufacturing of clean, sustainable and eco-friendly electric cycle bike. Next, we have Quidel Enterprises LLP, founded by Saroj Kumar Panda and co-founder Chitra Rekha Panda for their significant contribution in the field of urban gardening. Saroj and his mother. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Sri Rajnikant Panigrahi sir to give the next awards. Next startup, MyORG Innovation Private Limited, founded by Biswajit Kiro and Abhijit Sau for their significant contribution in the field of SaaS, software as a service and software development. On behalf of Abhijit and Biswajit Kiro, I request Mr. Chinmay Samal to collect this award. Our next startup is Quellfresh Private Limited, founded by Sandhya Naik and Kaveri Kanti Sarangi for their significant contribution in the field of sustainable cold chain system, renewable energy and technology waste management system. On behalf of Sandhya and Kaveri, I request Aditya to collect. Thank you, sir. Now I request our Honorable Director, sir, to give the next awards. Sir, please. Our next startup, Skill Source Risk Solution LLP, founded by Subrat Kumar Raut and Pramod Kumar Raut for their significant contribution in the field of education and skill development using metaverse like AR, VR and XR. Subrat.
छोड़ो यार प्लीज
The team of our BTech students.
This is only beginning. Yes, yes. That's great. Yes. Thank you. Last one? Okay.
Next we have the emerging startup of FTBI, Corsair Technology Private Limited, founded by Devendra Pradhan and co-founder Biswajit Swain for the significant contribution in the field of underwater robotics, AUV, remote operator underwater vehicle, ROV, in inspection of submerged infrastructures. I request Devendra and Biswajit.
May I request, just in 2 sentences, please tell the students what exactly is that you have done. What is the innovation that you have done? How is exactly this ROV is helping? Only 2 sentences, because they don't have patience to listen to a long lecture. Just one of you. Give the detail. 2 sentences.
Hello everyone, I am Biswajit Swain. So in Corsair we develop ROV that is used for doing structural inspection, anything that is submerged and where manual divers cannot go. So the structures that remain uninspected, there we help, and our robot does all kind of inspection work. And it also helps in preventing, you must have seen the dams and bridges collapsing due to lack of maintenance and inspection. So in a way we are helping the society to stop these kind of calamities. Thank you.
Dev, you also tell your past experience and then why you tell.
Hello everybody, my name is Devendra Pradhan, this is Biswajit Swain. Prior to this, we are graduate from NIT Rourkela, 2017 pass out in mechanical engineering. After that we had corporate jobs, we had on-campus placement. I was working in Mercedes-Benz R&D and he was in Development Alternatives, South Africa. So even before we passed out from the institute, we had decided we'll come back again and work on our dreams to make it true. Not only we, apart from us, 2 other of our batchmates were also there, Yogesh Prajapati and Swastik Raut. So we came back, everybody kept the promise, that is why we are here. And just like living your dreams, of course, living a job, living a lucrative offer does have pressure from family, friends, relatives, everywhere. But yes, you have to be determined in order to achieve something. If you do not let the small things go, you cannot achieve the bigger things. So we were determined and that's why, rest will see what happens. This session, I hope today's carnival and whatever our respected directors have said, that is very much informative. I hope you follow those things, those guidelines, and help our country grow in future. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Biswajit and Devendra. So, this is the end of our inauguration session. It is my privilege to offer thanks on this occasion. It is a big day for us that we are hosting Innovation Carnival 2022. More than 200 students and more than 30 schools and colleges are participate in this ceremony. This is definitely going to be a huge success in itself. I wish all the participants a good luck. On behalf of FTBI NIT Rourkela, I express my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Sri Rajnikant Panigrahi sir, our Honorable Director sir, Professor K. Mameswar Rao sir, Professor Kesipati sir, and Professor Manoj Mishra sir. I would like to thank all the respective representatives who have blessed us with their presence. I would like to thank our sponsor Mahanadi Coalfield Limited because without this not be possible. Thank you once again. I would like to thank all the television media, print media and social media for their presence today. Finally, I like to thank again making this inaugural section a huge success. We hope all the participants have a great time being here at Innovation Carnival. And also I would like to thank our steering committee members, our task force members, my colleagues Pradeep and Manoj for their continuous support and encouraging us for this event. Thank you so much. Yeah. Now I invite all of you to visit our now I request our Professor Manoj Mishra sir to felicitate our guest. Our chief guest, Sri Rajnikant Panigrahi sir. Our Honorable Director, Professor Uma Maheshwar sir. Professor Kesipati, Steering Committee, FTBI, Chairman, Steering Committee, FTBI. Thank you, sir. So thanks once again. And I invite all of you to visit our stalls of our startup and all our students, those who are participate in the science exhibition. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
चलिए अभी